What is going on, folks? Will Turbid here. Fake Mike. Real news. Wow. So, we got some I told you so's and some information for you guys here. So join up, share the video. I got some other news I'll get to as well. But share the video, give me a comment, let me know you're in here. I'm gonna give it about 20-30 seconds at least. So, because this is crazy information. Tommy V, good to see you. Alex Wagner, what up? Share the video. Who's here? Patrick Moore. Mary Moore. She's a vegetarian. Mary Moore, Mary Moore, Mary Moore, Mary Moore. You guys know what movie that song's from? Boston Metal. Universal Leadership Development. Oh, Universal. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's get to this without further ado. I'm looking through some other news here while I'm pulling that up. And I got other stuff to deal with, but all right. So, start at the beginning here. This is from Business Insider. The headline is, Mila Kunis once said that Danny Masterson bet Ashton Kutcher $10 to French kiss her on the show, on that 70s show when she was only 14. I'll get your questions and comments momentarily. First and foremost, if you remember, Ashton Kutcher was working with John McCain years ago to fight human trafficking, which I thought was suspect as hell. And I even thought he had some truthers fooled. I was like, I don't know. Whenever you're working with John McCain, I don't know. I'm about to show you guys something that is un-effing believable here. And so Danny Masterson, this guy right here, just got convicted to 30 years to life for raping 2 girls. Scientologist. We've talked about him quite a bit here. And then you got Ashton. And you got Mila Kunis, who I think is a victim here. She's definitely a victim. And you're going to find out why. Star Rose, you got that exactly right. Share this video. This is important. We need to let people know what's going on with Hollywood. So, like I said, 30 years to life in prison for raping 2 people. A couple clips. I'm going to show you some interesting tweets. And they also wrote a letter. So they wrote, the reason this is coming out is because, take a look at this. Ashton Kutcher. The news is, now they just apologize. So they apologized to this video. So there's an Instagram video. So they wrote letters to the court in support of Masterson, basically saying if he went to jail, that would be an injustice. And he's got a glowing character, and he's such a great guy. And they went on their Instagram and issued an apology video or something like that. I didn't even watch the video. You can't comment on that Instagram video, but I commented on some other ones. And then I found out through one of the comments, hey, Ashton, didn't you start dating Mila when you were 19 or you're 14? Now, that's not a huge, terrible thing. It's bad. It's bad. 19 and 14, that's 5 years. It's not good. It's not good at all. She's 14 years old. That is not good. That is way too young. Sorry. This is way too young. 5-year difference is different when, maybe she's 17, 18, 19. That's a different story. When 2 people are grown, that's a whole nother story. But when you see, it's not even like sometimes when they're younger and it's close to age, like a 19-year-old and a 17-year-old, that's like, I honestly don't even give a fuck about that. That's nothing to me. That doesn't really make a difference. And if you think that I'm wrong for that, well, I'm sorry. That's just me. But sometimes that's what happens with kids. Kids can be, 3-4 years apart and they like each other, and that's cool. That's whatever. If the parents are cool with that, whatever. Hey, I don't know. I'm not the parents. I'm not the kids. But once you get 14 years old, these people haven't even hit puberty yet. This girl hadn't even hit puberty. Like, maybe she was just going through puberty. Like, you're not even fucking grown, dude. It's disgusting. So take a look at, I'm going to show you a couple videos here. Take a look at this, guys. Share this video. This is an important feed right here. This shows you, and these are the good people in Hollywood. These are the good guys. Remember Ashton Kutcher? He's helping. He's with our hero, John McCain, helping fight the sex trafficking. This is the guy that helps fight sex trafficking here. Hold on, let me get the volume up on this. Let's get the volume going. Share the video, guys, if you're just joining. Really crazy. Really crazy.
I'm worried about you on the show because you keep Boy, huh?
Because I'm a whore.
I think so.
It's upsetting to my parents as well.
Off camera, I know you're such a nice lady.
Thank
You're
you.
what? You're all of 19.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're in the show though. You're just.
I'm the one who's kissed every single guy in the show except for Topher.
Except for Topher Grace.
Yeah, and in fact, I've kissed Laura's boyfriend Chris, who guest starred on our show. So I've kissed the Mastersons. I've kissed everybody.
So long, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's quite wrong in the end.
And what are the writers? They just throw you. They don't care.
No, they just. I don't know what they're thinking. I have no choice but to just kiss every man on the show.
I have no choice but to just kiss every man on the show. And as you can see this tweet, these interviews are horrifying. Let's get this. This is, Dear I don't know who's putting this. Chrissy Bixler. I don't know who that is. If anybody knows who Chrissy Bixler is, put it in the chat. Dear Ashtons, I know the secrets of your role model keeps for you. I know the secrets your role model, talking about Danny Masterson, keeps for you. Ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there? Who can someone find out who let's just find out who Chrissy Bixler is. She's an actress. Okay. Oh, she's the accuser. I think she's accuser, yeah. Oh shit, take a look at this, dudes. Danny Masterson accuser, Chrissy Carnell Bixler claims this is just as sick as Masterson. So I'm guessing, this girl kissed him. She said both the Mastersons. I don't know what that's about. Must have kissed him. Oh shit, okay. Okay, so this is crazy. So this girl who's her accuser, she says, I know the secrets. Oh my God, dude. It's coming out, bro. It's coming out. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. I knew it, Ashton. I knew it. You weren't fooling anybody. You're a sick freak. Oh my God, dude. So, okay, cool. So this is cool. I'm glad this is getting out there. And good for this woman. What's her name? Bixler. Am I saying this right here? What's her name? Let's Chrissy Carnell Bixler. Let's see who she is. Let's get a Wikipedia on this girl. Does she not have a Wikipedia? Okay, how does this girl not have a Wikipedia? Let's check out her maybe Instagram. Tried to bury us, but they didn't realize we were seeds. Oh God. Jane Doe #1. Okay, but who is it? Does anybody know if she was on any shows or anything like that? She's got to have an IMDb or something like that. IMDb. Okay, here we go. She's an actress, so let's see. Okay, I guess she was in that 70s show. And shout out to Leah Remini, a wonderful woman. I'd never watched her on the shows, but when she started doing speaking out about Scientology, and she was, I guess she was only on there for one episode, and then Spin City for one episode. Okay, so she's like not a big actor. That's why she's not well known. But okay, great. So we know who she is. That's interesting. So where were we? Okay, so this is from her. So this is that actress, Bixel, and this is from her Instagram. A screenshot of that. Dear Ashton, I know the secrets of your role model, aka Danny Masterson, keeps for you. Ones that would end you. Did you forget I was there? You were on speakerphone the night I called Danny on February 21st, 2001. I heard everything. I heard the plan. In my opinion, you're just as sick as your mentor. And if anybody wants to go and check, I'll get to your comments. If you've been commenting, hang tight. I want to get through a few of these things. There's a couple more videos, little clips here that are fucking crazy, bro. He's got Mila Kunis, exceptional character. Now, I see her as a victim in this. And it's actually funny to look at her now, like as a grown-ass woman, and then when she was like a young person, I feel really bad for her. Dear Mila, I don't know how to say her name. I pray you begin to process what you experienced as a child on that set. Your old interviews are very telling. I encourage everyone to watch them and decide for yourself what you hear and see. Do before they get scrubbed from the internet. I also know what happened in Toronto and after. Question, if that's your view as normal relationship with a big brother feel, I feel very bad for you, and I hope you consider getting into therapy. You all must forget I was the whole time those first 5 years. I remember everything. Holy shit, dude. Bro, this is epic. So this is crazy. Okay, so that's that. And then take a look. This is crazy here. And I haven't even watched this full video because as soon as I saw this, I mean, I was interested in this to begin with. But then as soon as I saw this video here, I was like, I have to show everybody this. What up, Eyes on the Audit? Me and Eyes on the Audit, everyone go subscribe. That's our other channel over there. We were going to do a video on Trump today. But like I said, I just saw this video and I didn't even make it through. It's only like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I didn't even make it through. And some of the things he says is really crazy. We're going to pause it in a couple times too, but.
Well, what's funny is when she was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right? Right.
Look at her eyes.
Like, okay, you guys are going to be making out in this scene.
Okay, first and foremost, why aren't the people doing this? I mean, it's one thing if you give her like a little peck or a kiss on the cheek. That's TV acting. I'm not saying I agree with it. But the writers and the producers and the director of this show, they're like, okay, you're going to make out with a grown man, you 14-year-old girl. I mean, why aren't these people in jail? Why aren't these people in jail? And so they tell him, you're going to be making out with the 14-year-old girl. So the directors, the producers, all the assistants, all the grown-ups that were there didn't think anything about it. And then this guy, he's a grown-up too. He's a grown man. And he says, I don't want to talk back. I'm excited to kiss a 14-year-old girl.
And I'm like thinking like, wait, this is like slightly illegal.
I remember thinking this is slightly illegal. And look at Mila. This is something that you'll notice too. Psychologically speaking, it's not everything is a tell, but when someone plays with their hair or fixes themselves or something like that, they're uncomfortable. And he's telling you right here, I'm thinking this is slightly illegal. Making out with the 14-year-old girl as a grown-ass man? Slightly illegal? I mean, maybe coming to a rolling stop when there's nobody around in a rural area. That's slightly illegal. Putting your tongue in the face of a child, getting sexual with a child is more than slightly illegal. Look, he's laughing. This is a funny Hollywood story. Hey, Rosie O'Donnell, I'm going to tell you about the time I sexually assaulted a minor. Hey, let me tell you this funny story about me being a pedophile.
That's probably your first kiss ever, right?
He was my first kiss.
He was my first kiss. Poor Mila, if you know how to say it, correct me in the chat. I feel so bad for this poor girl. And now they're married, dude. Like, oh my God. She's probably been through a ton of shit. Poor girl. Because, yeah, she's attractive. I mean, that's what happens to all the girls in Hollywood, isn't it? And the boys, too, right? The boys are not immune. Jesus fucking.
Where's some bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss. It was like the second or third kiss.
It was like the first week.
No, it was not
The first week.
Whatever, let me tell you what
Listen to this, guys.
No, okay,
Okay, now, she said, oh, yeah. She's like, what? Tell him about the bet you made with Danny Masterson, the guy that just got sentenced to 30 years to life for raping 2 people, the Scientologist. I'm going to run it back a little bit so you can take a look at his body language. She's like, oh, let me tell you. Yeah, he was like, that was my first kiss. And he's like, no, that wasn't your first kiss. And I was like, later. And she's like, no, that was the first week. And look how uncomfortable he gets. He looks away. He touches himself on the thing. Like I said, that's a psychological tell that he's feeling uncomfortable. Watch how uncomfortable he gets. I mean, like, they're even talking about this. I mean, the fact that they're even talking about pedophilia like it's a funny story. Like if it's fucking Cat Williams or Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle or George Carlin, they're having a laugh with Conan O'Brien. It's a laugh. And the thing is, Rosie O'Donnell, this is not even late night talk. Not like late at night makes a difference on this. But this, like Rosie O'Donnell, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe she was a late night host. I don't really watch TV. I'm guessing she's like an afternoon bitch, right? So like the fact that they're talking about this here, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Third kiss.
It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Look how uncomfortable he gets right here.
No, okay,
and he looks the other way. Look how uncomfortable he looks.
And I was a 14-year-old little girl, and I was extremely scared for my life.
Sure.
And he was very nice about it. He was like, oh, don't worry. So I was like, okay. Then Danny goes and goes, dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her. What would you stick your tongue in my mouth or some...
What? No, look how uncomfortable he is. And Danny Masterson, the convicted rapist. Yes, exactly, Rozier. She's groomed. Poor girl. Poor girl. These two grown-ups see a 14-year-old girl on set, and the director's cool with it, the producer is cool with it, the caterer is cool. I mean, maybe not the caterer, probably not the caterer, just kidding, caterer. But you get what I'm saying. Pretty much all the adults there that are in control of the situation said, okay, here's a plan. You're going to sexually assault a young girl. And he's like, no, maybe not just a kiss. Why don't we let me stick my tongue down her throat.
Oh, no.
$10.
You're making it sound like it was like really... okay, Dan...
You're making it sound like it was really bad. Mila, you're making it sound like it was really bad. You're making it sound so bad right now. This is just a regular thing where grown men kiss 14-year-old girls. It's a regular thing. You're making that sound bad. Come on, Mila. You're wrong. You're making it sound bad. What the fuck, bro? I can't believe I'm watching this, bro. I had no idea about this because I don't really follow Hollywood like this. Share this, guys. Share this, guys. It's very important. Let's get this video out. And then after this video, by the way, find me on Twitter while you're over there. So this is what you're gonna do after this video. After you share this video, what are we standing for here at Fake Mike Real News? If you're just joining, we stand for creating a more altruistic world through nonviolence and the Socratic method. So share my videos. If you want to give a donation, it's $ Fake Mike Real News on CashApp, Fake Mike Real News on PayPal. I can be found on Twitter, Fake Mike Real News, Instagram, Fake Mike Real News, and on TikTok, the fakest Mikey, FakeMicRealNews.com, of course, the flagship. Find my channel over at Declassified Media. That's where I moved all my good videos over to. But you should go over to Instagram and follow me, Fake Mike Real News, and Twitter, and give a comment to these people here. Mexican Righteous. It's been a long time. Interesting comment, too. All right, so.
Okay, Dan, we had a little side bet, don't we?
A side bet.
It wasn't very
As to whether or not, you're kissing on the show or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
You would use tongue, right, Rosie? I mean,
It depends what kind of an actor you are.
You were having a side bet, and he's trying to justify this. Jesus, fuck, dude.
Absolutely, right? Yeah. So Danny bets me like $20 that I wouldn't do it. And of course I'm like, yeah, sure.
Of course, I'm like, of course, I have no problems whatsoever being a pedophile. Remember, this is the guy that was helping. I remember all the dumbass conspiracy theorists were like, oh, he's helping saving the kids with John McCain.
And then the cops showed up and you got...
Oh, and then Rosie O'Donnell, the cops come up. Yeah, the cops should have shown up. Look at Mila's face. She's laughing. I hope I'm saying it right. She's like, yeah, the cops actually should have showed up. And look at him. Look at this guy. What a creep. He's dressed like a creep, bro. They should have, but they didn't. This is just throwing it in your face at this point. This is just throwing it on your face at this point. And this not only shows the disgusting sexual proclivities of these people, it also shows the brazenness of these people that out in the open and how normal this is. They're talking about this on a daytime show with Rosie O'Donnell. Shout out to Rosie O'Donnell. I don't agree with her on all it takes, but she questions the official story of 9/11, and I will love her for that. And then on top of that, on top of the fact that they're casually talking about pedophilia and sexually assaulting a minor on daytime television. And then they're laughing like, yeah, you think we're going to get arrested? I've gotten arrested for talking in a public building one time. This guy is openly stating how him and a whole bunch of other adults, oh my God.
Did it? And
I so did it!
he claims to this day he did it. I swear.
Mila, I
Never.
so did it.
He never did it.
I didn't let him. I think he tried, but I think I kept my mouth so closed.
Yeah. You did the old teeth block?
Yes.
Yeah, you did it.
after you had turned 15 by then.
No, she was 12. I know.
There's a big difference.
Wow.
1 year makes the whole.
There's a big difference between 14 and 15. Now, you may be that there is true. There's a big difference in every year in everyone's life. But the big difference is, one of the non-differences is, they're still not out of puberty yet, and you're still a grown man. Jesus Christ! Look at this guy. He's basically. This is incredible. This is fucking crazy, bro.
All right, then.
All right then. Yeah, that's what I'll say. All right then. Wow. Look at some of these comments here, and this is why I fucking love the internet. This is why we're going to change the world. This is why we're going to change the world, because we have the internet. They're trying to censor us. They're trying to bring us down, but no. We're gonna win. Thank you guys. We're gonna win. Take a look at this. Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson betting $10 for a grown man to stick his tongue in a child's mouth, knowing it was first kiss, and she had to do it for the show. Literally so disgusting, one user wrote in a post that had 500,000 views. Producers should have been arrested. Yeah, it's not just me that thinks this, guys. I'm not no crazy. I am a crazy, weird dude. But I mean, let's pose this question here to Ashton Kutcher. I don't know. All I'm saying is, how would Ashton Kutcher feel if a 20-year-old man made a bet to French kiss his 14-year-old daughter? I don't know. How would he feel? He'd probably say, "Go ahead." It's not. We'll actually wait till 15 because it's a big difference. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get to your comments for a sec. There's some more information here. Whoa. Okay, Liz San Juan, I'll tell you why everyone is attacking Ashton and his wife for defending their friend. Because their friend raped 2 people. He's a convicted rapist. He's also a Scientologist. And not only just that, but it just came out on these videos I showed that Ashton Kutcher is a pedophile. I'm not attacking Mila Kunis here, so just so everybody knows. I feel like in this case, Mila is the victim. Mila is a victim. So I'm not attacking Mila Kunis. I tried to look up her Instagram. I don't even think she has one. There's no excuse for pedophilia. You know that, but still? What do you mean? You know somebody's a racist? Why would you a rapist and a pedophile? Like, I don't get that comment right there. That's disgusting. Well, I wouldn't say that Outlaw King. He's saying Mila couldn't have been that bothered. Could be Stockholm Syndrome. And plus, I mean, you're an impressionable little girl. You're like, whether you're a boy or a girl, you get to Hollywood and you're like, oh, it's my dream to be in Hollywood. I'm here in Hollywood with these celebrities and I'm on a show. And you just think this is normal because everybody else is acting like it's normal there. It's like a normal thing. So she must have thought that was normal. I feel she was not a grown-up. She was not a grown-up. You cannot fault now if she was. Yeah, she's not a grown-up, bro. Sorry. And to Liz San Juan, I mean, like, would you stick up for her? Is there anybody out? I mean, like, I get it. Those people are still your friends. But would you stick up for somebody that? But not only did they stick up for him, he said him going to jail would be injustice. Liz, tell that to the women that were raped. That imagine someone out there got raped, and then their friend is telling you, oh well, if that person goes to jail, that would be injustice. Imagine you got raped and someone's saying, yeah, if the guy, my rapist, went to jail, that would be bad. If her parents didn't say anything, okay, so let me ask you, Liz San Juan, would you let your 14-year-old daughter kiss a grown man? What about the parents that are drugged up or not there or stupid people? Well, I mean, there's bad parents out there. There's really freaking bad parents out there that were like, oh, go ahead, go to Hollywood, go ahead. They're terrible people. So because you have bad parents, you deserve to be raped? I'm not getting this logic here. I'm not getting any of this logic. This is absolutely crazy. If you're just joining us, get your comments and questions, and you'll actually check them out now. Wow. I mean, talk about a crazy, crazy story here. I mean, this is just Hollywood. These are the good people in Hollywood. Remember, these are the good guys. Disgusting. Poor girl. Poor girl. Poor girl. Disgusting, creepy predator. Oh, yeah, Billy the Kid's talking about in the state of Texas, minors under the age of 16 can marry with approval. As a matter of fact, there are several states under 16 and under that you can get married, which is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, bro, I can't believe you guys are agreeing with it. With Outlaw's point, I like and respect Outlaw, but I don't understand how you could possibly say it's the fault of a child. I mean, tell that to your son or daughter. Send your. I can't believe that. Yeah, I mean, just absolutely crazy. So the parents are to blame here. The directors are to blame here. The executive producers, any other adult that was on a set that day, any single adult, which are probably, hopefully, most of the people. God only knows how many kids. Jesus Christ. Danny Masterson is obviously to. What am I missing? Spinning my wheels. How am I getting this wrong? Mila Kunis was a child when this happened. She's a victim. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just reading this. I'm trying to go too fast. I'm misreading. So if I'm misreading what you guys are saying, I need to calm down. Because I saw this, and I'm like, I can't believe this is real. Danny Masterson was a Scientologist and actor on That 70s Show who just got convicted to 30 years to life for raping 2 females. And one of the people that he raped just said, hey, what about you, Ashton? What about your secrets? Some of them aren't. That's the secrets. What about the stuff that no? System she is in. Yeah, it's a system. I totally agree with that. It's a system. Like it's, I mean, but it's also the individuals too that did it, right? You can't have a system without the individuals within that system. But I definitely agree. I mean, can you imagine having a and how many other people are like this? Elijah Wood said Hollywood's the dude from Lord of the Rings said Hollywood's a den of pedophiles. Corey Feldman told you that. You got Epstein hanging around with Weinstein, hanging around with Ghislaine Maxwell, hanging around with Prince Andrew. And then you have rest in peace to my G, Isaac Happy. Yeah, Mexican righteous. That's the thing. Their parents. I'm not saying that's the case or not. I have no idea. I know nothing about these people, but that's what happens in Hollywood. It may not be her. People just be so bored. No, we're not so bored. These are pedophiles, which should be held to justice. This is actually success because for the longest time, the mainstream has tried to shove down Hollywood and the British royal family. Wow, Liz, I'm actually extremely disappointed with that comment. The accuser should have complained when it first happened and not wait till later decide to ruin a person. Do you think that rapists shouldn't be ruined? Do you think rapists should just go free? What about taking a long time to process something emotionally? And also, she probably took a while to come out. She probably didn't take a while to come out because, as you could see, everyone in Hollywood is just raping and pedophiling people. So the cops are going to be like, plus, if you study the Black Dahlia case or some of the stuff going on at the Playboy Mansion and stuff like that, or if you just study police in general, there's gangs in LAPD, there's secret societies. This is mainstream news. Secret societies. Google it. I'll Google it right now. So she's not gonna maybe want to tell the police. She's and Hollywood's a den of pedophiles. Who do you think she's gonna tell? Okay, take a look at this. Think I'm joking, right? L.A. Times, the L.A. County Sheriff's Department and its secret societies. Shout outs to the real Grim Reaper and the Jump Out Boys. They're actually proud of that. They're actually proud of the Jump Out Boys. So imagine for a second that you were a young woman and you got raped in Hollywood. So let me ask you a question there, Liz. Do you think I don't even know where to begin with this. I mean, the funny thing is, you can disagree, but it should be a law. What should be a law? When something illegal happens, they need to say something at least the first 3 years. Why wait so many years? Because, like I just said, because the police don't give a damn in Los Angeles. They have their own secret societies. Speaking of Scientology, the LAPD, David Miscavige's wife has been seen in like fucking 20 years. They didn't do anything about that. The police fucking suck. So maybe you don't want to tell people because the police suck. Maybe she had to wait for the Me Too movement. Maybe she had some traumatic things that she had to process. They should have to say something that day. Billy the Kid Norwood. Wow, where are these people coming in my chat? You guys might as well be Ashton Kutcher in there. You guys are protectors. Billy the Kid Norwood, so they can collect evidence. Bro, police only solve how much? You guys must be new to this fucking channel. Police solve 2% of major crimes, according to their own statistics. 50 years of their own data. 2% of major crimes. And you think just because you tell them that day? Oh my God. Why come out later? Wow, you guys are crazy. Because in Hollywood you couldn't, because the police aren't going to do shit. Hollywood's raping and pedophiling everybody. Nobody believes women until Me Too. Are you guys serious? Are you guys serious? I'm shocked. And obviously this isn't representative of my whole chat. Most of you guys are decrying these people. But, I mean, just imagine you, your daughter, your son, whoever it is, somebody that, just imagine, everybody out here in the chat, like the video, share the video. Just imagine the person that you love the most in your life gets raped. And they're afraid to say something because they're ashamed. And they're embarrassed. And they know the police aren't going to do anything, and they know Hollywood's not going to do anything. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, you guys are talking shit about a fucking victim here. And you haven't talked one shit about a pedophile. That shows me where your head is. You guys are sticking up for pedophiles. I can't believe this is happening in my chat. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be expected, but some of these people are not trolls. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that everyone's accused of something is automatically guilty. No, I don't believe that. Not only that, there are several people that have been convicted, not several, thousands, millions of people that have been falsely convicted. And I know we've interviewed some of them here on this channel. Shout out to Live and Direct on the Air, who owes me $20, bitch. Just kidding. But who's actually gotten people out of jail. 6 people, the last I checked. So don't get me wrong. Just because you even are convicted in a case doesn't mean you are actually guilty. I know that for a fact. I've interviewed people that were wrongfully convicted. However, I just don't understand, like, it's one thing to say, well, you know, this might be a questionable case. Okay, that's fine. That's another story. But I think we can all roundly, I mean, Liz, let me ask you a specific question. Do you not think Danny Masterson did it? And if so, why? And number 2, how do you feel about, okay, so when do you think he did it? 2, if so, why or why not? And 2, Liz, what about Ashton Kutcher? Will you decry Ashton Kutcher? He just said on video, he just admitted on video right now to being a pedophile. Can you at least say fuck Ashton Kutcher? Can we all get a fuck Ashton Kutcher in the chat? A fuck Ashton Kutcher. Let's all put a F Ashton Kutcher in the chat. And then let's all put an F in the chat for Harambe and Jordan Maxwell and Doc Marquis. Shout outs to Harambe, shout outs to Jordan Maxwell, shout outs to Doc Marquis. So this is what we got, guys. And you know what, guys? I gotta start saving some money, because the next place I want to go is Los Angeles. I thought I would never even want to go to Los Angeles, but maybe in a couple of years I gotta save up, because I gotta work. I got stuff to get money for. But we got oh my god, dude. Liz, can you please comment and say you decry Ashton Kutcher and all pedophiles? This is what we got here. Who are you talking about? Like, it pisses you off? Does the pedophile piss you off? I mean, I don't get it. What? How is it? To me, what pisses me off is pedophilia. Children being raped. That's what gets me mad. Wow. Yeah, I mean, they're scrubbing the comments. They're blaming. I mean, this is. I mean, I don't know. I didn't study the Danny Masterson case. Maybe he didn't do it. I don't know. I just know he's a weird Scientologist. I just know he's got a weird history. I just know there's evidence of him doing weird stuff. Does that mean he did it? No. Did I look at the case? No. Do I believe everybody? No. But Ashton Kutcher's a pedophile. And whether it's true or not, Danny Masterson's, yeah, I just can't believe this happening in my comments. This is crazy. The Island Boys have a connection with Epstein, is that true? Okay, I want to hear my opinion who wait decades later. Well, I honestly don't care about the time, because like I said, police don't. I understand why someone wouldn't want to tell somebody, because police don't do anything. Hollywood doesn't do anything. So I understand why you wouldn't say it. I think she had to maybe wait until the Me Too movement to get it out there, because people weren't being believed. Honestly, like, if indeed Danny Masterson did rape those two girls, then there's no statute of limitations on rape. Same thing with murder. If you murdered somebody back then, if you raped somebody, if you did something wrong, I'll give you a perfect example. The other day, they just arrested a Nazi war criminal. But Liz would say, oh, don't worry, he only murdered Jews and blacks and gays. That was 100 years ago. That was like 80 years ago. Who cares if he murdered people back then and raped people in the prison camps? That was a long time ago. So I guess I could just go and rape your child, Liz, and then as long as she doesn't tell anybody for 30 years, I get to go scot-free. Let me ask you that, Liz. If I go and rape your child right now, and I say, if you fucking tell anybody ever, I'll fucking kill you, bitch. And she's like, I don't want to tell anybody. I know all the cops. I know everybody. I'm a Hollywood king. I raped a kid on the set the other day. You want to see me stick my tongue down Mila, a 14-year-old girl's throat? You tell anybody, and I'll fucking kill you. I own the cops. I own Hollywood. She'd be like, oh my God, don't kill me. 30 years later, okay, I get to scot-free? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Liz, a serious question. Can me or anybody else right now go rape your child? And if a big strong guy comes rape your child right now and says, rapes your child and puts a gun to her head and says, if you tell anybody, I'll fucking kill you. And then she doesn't tell anybody for 30 years. Do you think that person should go free? Yes or no? Should that person go free? Because I know damn sure if anybody raped me or anybody in my family, there's no get out of jail free card with me. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait to see what Liz says about this. Can someone rape your child right now? And just say, if you tell anybody, I'll kill you. And as long as she doesn't tell anybody for 30 years. LA Spike, there is no expiration date on accountability. Ooh. Okay, Billy the Kid Norwood, do you have any reason to think that he didn't rape them? I'm curious because, like I said, I haven't seen the evidence. I haven't studied the case whatsoever. And if somebody, and I'll say this too, I'll take a step further. No, is it okay? Whether we know or not, is it okay? Is it okay, Liz? Yes or no? Is it okay? Fuck, I just lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Hang on one sec. What's up, player? So, what was I gonna say? What the fuck was I gonna say? Damn, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay. What evidence? What evidence are you talking about, though? Okay, so just and again, okay, yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. Andrew Cuomo. I was talking shit about Andrew Cuomo for a long ass time. Had nothing to do with had to do with him murdering old people. I'm gonna probably have to take the stream down. I don't know. This is a good stream though. But even when the accusers came out against him, Liz, yes or no? Yes or no? You're avoiding the question, and that's why, because you're faced with your own logic. Because you love Hollywood and you love celebrities. You love the Queen of England. You think we should be ruled over by queens. You think these people are celebrities. You worship celebrities more. You think celebrities are higher up than us. Because the government got in your mind to make you worship celebrities. You literally like the royal family. There's nothing to like about those people, whatever, at all. Rot in hell, Queen Elizabeth. Did nothing good for humanity. Her sons are a bunch of wizards. Frank Rice. Billy, that's... Yeah. So Andrew Cuomo. Even when an accuser came against her, I hate Andrew Cuomo. And he deserves to be in jail. But I said, hey, even though I don't like Andrew Cuomo, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Because anybody right now, I mean, there could be somebody that has never even been in the same country as me. And if they claim that I raped them, I will... There's a legal process. It's going to ensue. So don't get me wrong. Even the people I don't like, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. And like I said earlier, I've interviewed people and I spoke with other people who have been wrongfully convicted, who didn't do something. So I'm not saying Danny Masterson did indeed do this, but what we do know for a fact is undebatable, is Ashton Kutcher is a pedophile. So Liz is mad that a Scientologist might have to go to jail. But she's not mad at Ashton Kutcher, who's a pedophile. Big G, I don't know what you're talking about. Get your questions and comments here. No, this is how the Socratic method works. People have ideas, you question their ideas. And so what they do is people will have ideas, and then you get them to run those same ideas through a question, through their own logic, and put them in that place and see if they would still want it. And of course, the reason I did it is because now you don't see Liz saying anything. Because of course she's not going to want to have her little girl raped. Of course she's not going to want to have somebody say, don't you tell anybody or I'll kill you. Nobody wants that. It's obvious that not everyone's going to want to come out right away from this because of the police, because of Hollywood, because just even if you're not in Hollywood. Of course that's not right to do to her. Of course I don't wish that upon her or anybody or no one's family. Yeah. What did Ashton do? Good question, Joseph Dunn. Take a look at here. I played the video earlier, but he basically, Ashton Kutcher, admitted to being a pedophile, admitting to sexually assaulting Mila Kunis when she was 14 years old on set, while the directors and producers and all the key grips were like, oh, hey, yeah, so this is what you're going to do, Ashton. You're a 19, 20-year-old adult. You're going to make out with this young girl. And Mila Kunis, who I believe is a victim in this whole scenario, along with Ashton Kutcher, wrote letters about what a glowing man this is. And if you're not sure who this man has been convicted of raping 2 females. And he's sentenced to 30 years, and he's a Scientologist. And the sad part about it, the reason I'm going so hard on Danny Masterson is, bitch, I'm L. Ron Hubbard. Bitch, I'm L. Ron Hubbard. A Scientologist would never do that. A Scientologist is smart enough to realize that you wouldn't even put yourself in a predicament. Scientologists like me, we can fucking fly because we're operating theta level 35. We can fucking fly, bro. We don't get sick. I can fly. This motherfucker can fly too because he's a Scientologist. Try to see if he fly out of prison. He's a fake Scientologist. So he obviously didn't follow my teachings, because if he would, he wouldn't disrespect females. He wouldn't put himself in that position to even be questioned, and he wouldn't have such a bitch fro. So, what about Queen Elizabeth there, Big G? What about Queen Elizabeth? Rotten. What I want to say is rotten hell, Queen Elizabeth. You racist tyrant. Yeah, that's right. She's a racist tyrant. Mama Redcoat's resting in hell right now. And who knows, maybe Papa Pedo Charles might be down there too one day, rotting in hell. Death to tyranny. Ah, cheese and crackers. All right, let's get a couple more comments and questions here. And that's how you show them the flaws in their logic, because nobody would want that happening to them. Can I imagine, I don't have any kids, but if I had kids, imagine Kutcher was 19 or 20 according to these accounts. According to what I'm reading here online and according to his own words. Imagine telling your kid comes up to you one day, Mom, Dad, a long time ago, I was raped by a grown man, and he said if I ever told anybody I'd kill him, and I was so ashamed, and I didn't think you'd believe me, and I know the police don't solve 98% of major crimes, and I know the police, according to not 1 but 2 studies, are 40% more likely to abuse their own spouses, and I know Hollywood's a den of rapists and pedophiles, so I know no one would believe me. Oh my God, honey, I'm so sorry, but that was 10 years ago. Shut the fuck up and get over it. Come on. Liz, really, I expect more from you. I really expect more from some of these people out here. And Liz is still yet to say that Ashton Kutcher is a pedophile. Yeah, Ashton Kutcher himself said he's a pedophile, but Liz won't say it because she loves celebrities so much. Because they're better than us. Ashton Kutcher's better than me. He's better looking than me. He's smarter than me. I mean, look, he fights human trafficking right alongside my hero, John McCain. But I'm glad it's coming out. Share this video, guys. Find me, Instagram, FakeMicRealNews, $ FakeMicRealNews on CashApp, FakeMicRealNews on PayPal, FakeMicRealNews on Twitter. That's MIC, the fakest Mikey on the tickety talk. Yeah, Ashton Kutcher's about to get punked now. If I had some money and free time, I mean, I can't. I'm gonna go out to LA one of these days. It might take me a year or two to get out there because I really have to stay here in Rhode Island and grind up and save some money. Because I put the revolution before making money for a while. Deanna, good to see you. Love you, Deanna. Total domination. Pardon me. Total domination. Love you too. Yeah, I would love that. We should take a road trip caravan. Yeah, I mean R. Kelly. I mean, and that. And the thing is, okay, final point here. Unless you guys got any comments or questions, but what I'm going to explain to you right now is very, very, very important. If you stuck around to the end, congratulations, because here's the master key to it all. This is not, you see Elijah Wood talking about this. You see Corey Feldman. You see all these other things, like they brought up R. Kelly. What we don't realize, what most people don't realize, and even some of us don't realize, share the video, like the video. What we don't realize, though, is these aren't isolated things. These aren't isolated things. Or even, they're not even isolated events. They're not even isolated rings. I have not watched Out of the Shadows yet. I've heard about it. It's on my to-do list, but I've been fucking busy as a motherfucker and other things to do. Fuck. It's not just isolated events or isolated rings. I'll show you why. You got Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey has met privately with the Rockefellers and Soros and Bill Gates. She's also went to Brazil to meet with human trafficker, baby farmer John of God. She's also hanging out with Weinstein. Also Weinstein, Hollywood, hanging out with Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew. And then you have Epstein tying it to science, MIT, Harvard, Stephen Hawking. Same thing, you have the connections with Nexium. Which time? I confronted Biden at least 4 times. Owned him like 4 times. And by the way, I just confronted Bernie Sanders too. I fucking own the shit out of Bernie Sanders. You guys need to share that fucking video. That was a great video. Alright, let's get to the comments here. But basically, that's what I'm saying. This is not an isolated thing. Hollywood overlaps with science, which overlaps with academia, which overlaps with government, which overlaps with everything. It's as George Carlin say, it's a big club. And you ain't in it. Alright, so let's see here. Get to the comments. Get some comments in here. We'll wrap this up, but get some final catches comments in there. What should I take from Out of Shadows? I will eventually get to watching that. Jones Plantation, the movie. I've never even heard of that. What about 50 Cent and Eminem posing in a dress and blonde wig near Suge Knight smoking a cigar? I didn't hear about that, but I have heard some very interesting stories about the zesty agenda in hip-hop. They'll get their pictures taken. What do you mean, Space Troll? AK Red. Oh, I don't even have the live I probably have the top chat on. I want the live chat. Here we go. Let's go to the live chat. Was this a jury of Masterton's peers? And hi from Alaska. Cool. What part of Alaska are you coming from, AK Redhead? That depends on your definition of peers. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't study the case. I guess I'll do a quick thing just to see. I'm going to type in best evidence in the Masterton trial. I'm reading from some fucking website. Cooperation, I can't even read, it's terrible. So, the proof against Danny Masterton included testimony from 3 women who said they sexually assaulted him at his Hollywood home between 2001 and 2003. The women said he gave them drugs before the assaults. They also said he gave them drinks in 2003 and became woozy and passed out before he raped them. And then another one came out, and so a 4th woman. So 4 women come out about. Now, that doesn't mean it's true, but it says here that there was DNA, but I don't see that. If you guys want to pop some final comments in here, go ahead and do it. I just want to say, now I'm going to look into this. So it did end in a mistrial last time. Then that maybe brings up a possibility of double jeopardy. I don't know. I've never looked into this, so. According to his attorney, Sean Hawley, quote, the verdicts were, quote, not supported by the evidence. Of course, the defense is going to say that. Thanks for and then plus, if these victims, let me see, this could be important, because if this other girl's a Scientologist, then you can't even speak out against Scientology, or you get killed. I mean, like, hold on, what was that girl's name again? What the fuck was her name? Let me pull it up here. Christina Carnell. Let's see if she was a Scientologist, because that could just add yet another layer to this. Or Chrissy Carnell Bixler, Scientology. Holy shit. This is fucking interesting. I think that the girl now, yeah, she's married to somebody from Mars Volta, which is a band, and, fuck. Ow. Which, and actually, we're like speaking out some truth. Is she a Scientologist, though? I can't find any fucking information on there. Does anybody know if Chrissy Carnell Bixler is a Scientologist? Is Chrissy Carnell Bixler a Scientologist? Let's see. Yes, okay. That's why. Liz, I hope you're still here for this. You couldn't speak out. That's why it took 20 years. Because they were Scientologists. Jesus Christ. Okay, there you go, Liz. There you go, anybody else still in here. I'll check out any things. That's why I didn't say anything for a long time. Forget the cops, forget Hollywood. She was a Scientologist. And if you know anything about Scientology, to accuse somebody else like that, especially a celebrity, you don't do it. You don't do it. And if you don't know that, you don't know Scientology. I feel I'm leaning more towards believing these people, just because I could understand them being scared. And again, I'm going to look into it. All right. I'm going to get to your final comments and questions here, and then we're going to... George Carlin for the win. What's up, Brooklyn Miss? Good to see you. Wow, Mark, so you definitely can't read that comment out loud. Those girls low-key wanted it, but want his money. What makes you think those girls wanted it? Paul Joseph, 20 years later, and 2 anonymous victims. Our judicial system is a joke. Paul Joseph, are you aware of what happens in Scientology? Are you aware of... This is not... Even under normal circumstances, I don't think that's unacceptable, but you can't speak out against something when you're in Scientology. Yo, I need to go out to LA. I really want to audit these Hollywood types, bro. I could own the shit out of these fools. I just gotta stay here working for a while, unfortunately. Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants. You know, for a long time, I didn't watch. I grew up. I used to play sports, coach sports at the Boys and Girls Club, play sports, all that shit. Little League, baseball, playing after that, basketball, football, played it all. And I love sports. I watch sports after all that stuff. But then for a very long time, I stopped watching sports because sports are the bread and circus, and they want to distract us. But now I don't. Now every once in a while, I watch, because I grew up in Maryland. I watch the Baltimore Orioles. I haven't gotten to football again yet, but around here in Rhode Island, everyone watches the Red Sox. So I watch the Orioles every once in a while, but I still do my thing. I think it's fine to watch sports. I just think you need to have a balance in your life. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to read. It's okay to watch movies, listen to music, enjoy yourself in any way that you like, as long as it's two consenting individuals and you're not hurting property or anything like that or people. Hey, go ahead and have at it, but keep a balance. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Baltimore Orioles, that's my squad right there. Hey, Mark C. What about Jared Leto? Oh, I did not hear the Mexican ranches. Wow, AK Redhead. Oh yeah, I'm just finding out, and it's cool. Like, I guess that band Mars Volta. People were telling me, because I'm a hip hop guy, but people were telling me Mars Volta had like verses about talking about the Trilateral Commission lyrics. I thought that was pretty cool. Good Citizen Media. What up, Cuts? What up, Kitty Cuts? Yeah, Scientologists are a satanic cult. You think you can? It's not like regular life where, like, if someone just walked in here right now and raped me, I'd be like, "This guy raped me." No, you don't understand Scientology. If you don't know that, you don't understand Scientology. I've done a bunch of videos on that, and I know better than anybody because I am L. Ron Hubbard, and I've watched these new Scientologists take my church and run into the ground. I don't know. Russell Brand does seem better than others, but he's also said some really, really terrible things. Some people believe that he's controlled opposition. I've heard him say some really, really stupid things. I've heard him say some really, really good things too. But then again, I woke up like 15 years before him, so I don't listen to him. So why they speak out 16 years later? Because they were in Scientology. Billy the Kid, have you studied Scientology? They were Scientologists. It's literally something you can't do. Thanks, Mark C. Barrio Tales, what up? I disagree. Diversity does not mean white genocide. There, Mark C. Police are the biggest gang in America. Now, I do agree with you here. Fake Mike should be the dictator of America. Just kidding. Yeah, it's a scary cult. Like, it's like NXIVM. I mean, these are crazy. Okay, thanks for clearing that up, AK Redhead, and welcome. I don't think I've ever conversed with you, but you put some pretty good comments in there. Do you think Masterson was wearing his bitch shade when he did what he did? Interesting. Yeah, and I am being censored, so please share the videos. Why do cops get qualified immunity? Because they can't make it in the real world. Yeah, Brenda, yeah, they appeared like they were helping them, but I knew all along they weren't, because, I mean, I couldn't prove it, but they were working with John McCain. That's like me teaming up with Hitler to help the Jews. I'm gonna team up with a war criminal. Me and George Bush are gonna team up to make sure buildings are secure and structurally intact. Trump is a warp speed traitor. Mark, you're killing it right now. Exactly, Brenda Black. Mark C, what's up with the white shit? Illegals being loaded into all white countries. Who cares? There's no race better than the other race. Every race got stupid people, smart people, funny people, interesting people. We're all just the same. If you back the blue, then you support redcoats and Hitler. Facts. Anarchy would be fantastic. Imagine Tom Cruise was a high-ranking Scientologist cult. He is. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. I had to take a peek because I've been. I don't usually drink tea, but I ate a lot today, so I'm having a little green tea from Dunkin'. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Wow. Crazy stuff. Share this video with everybody. Because I make some really, really important points. I know if you're joining for the first time, I'm goofy. I'm talking into a whisk, whatever. But just look up what I'm saying. It's all there. So find me on Instagram, FakeMicRealNews, CashApp, $ FakeMicRealNews, PayPal, FakeMicRealNews, Twitter, FakeMicRealNews, Instagram, FakeMicRealNews, TikTok, The Fakest Mikey, FakeMicRealNews.com. Exactly, total domination. But yeah, guys, good hanging out with you. Ooh, turmeric and black pepper. Two things that I do like. I will do my research on that. No rulers, no slaves, no masters, no Danny Masterson. Just a snapback and fake Mike. Real news. By the way, and fuck Tulsi Gabbard and Alan West. I still love you though, AK Redhead. Nobody, 2024. We rule ourselves. Bye, Brooklyn Miss. Love you guys. Peace.